video, I'm talking about 3 of the reasons why you might have been unsuccessful at your fat loss attempts so far. There's obviously many reasons, but these are kind of the biggest ones that will apply to most people out there. So if you have a goal to lose body fat and you want to be successful, avoid these mistakes. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. We're going to get straight into it. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see amongst people wanting to lose body fat, and that is you are focusing too much on fat burning and not enough on fat loss. Let me explain. Fat burning and fat loss are not the same thing. However, smart marketers will use the fact that you probably aren't aware that they're not the same thing to sell you things. So they will make their program or their supplement look really attractive because they will make you think it's going to help you burn more fat. And so instead of focusing on what actually matters for fat loss and staying consistent with that, you keep getting distracted by trends that focus on fat burning but don't actually help you end up losing body fat. An example of this could be any kind of supplement or diet. You think, oh my God, it's going to speed up fat burning. So then you start to worry less about what actually matters for fat loss, which is your food intake overall. Or you start doing a lot more cardio and then that increases your hunger. So you end up eating more anyway, but because you think you're burning more fat during that cardio session, you think you're okay, but it could be canceling out the fat loss side of things. In short, just because something speeds up fat burning in the body doesn't necessarily mean you are going to actually lose that body fat if you are then replacing it with too much food. And really, unless you're already super lean and you're doing everything else correctly, including your training, your eating, your sleeping, stress minimization, unless you have the basics covered, then any kind of supplement that increases fat burning is not going to help you. So worry about the basics. What I just mentioned, you need to eat the right amount of food to lose fat. That means you need to end up in a calorie deficit. And if you've watched any of my videos on body recomposition, you will know that that doesn't necessarily mean you need to eat in a calorie deficit. A lot of you, or my audience in particular, I know you need to eat at maintenance, train really hard, get stronger, eat enough protein, and then that will help you lose body fat. And then for the rest of you, you do need a calorie deficit. Worry about fat loss and the basics that control that. Stop getting distracted by fat burning. You don't need fancy supplements or diet protocols or cardio. Next reason that you are not able to lose fat simply comes down to consistency. I know it sounds so boring, but that's the reality. You need to stay consistent in a calorie deficit for a long time to lose body fat from your body. Very easy to think you're being consistent, but when you actually track everything, you'll often see that you haven't been as consistent as you think. So make sure you are tracking all your data. There is so much power in doing that alone because that is going to give you awareness on what you need to improve to keep getting better results, or what you need to improve to make progress overall. Because if you're not making progress, more often than not, it comes down to a consistency thing. And then you've got to work out, okay, why is this? Is it because I'm overeating on the weekends? Do I need to maybe adjust my macros so I calorie cycle in a way and have more calories available for the weekends to allow me to go out and still stay on track? Is it a drinking thing? Like, am I simply drinking too much? Do I need to cut down somehow? Am I going out too often? There are so many scenarios that could be holding you back. You have to reflect on what that is for you and be brutally honest with yourself. Now, the last common reason I want to share is something I have mentioned in the past, but maybe you haven't seen it. It is attaching timelines to your journey. The more you're focusing on how long it's taking, the more you are going to be in that lack energy of not being there yet, not having enough. That's what you are going to get more of, because what you focus on expands. And to really change your body and get permanent lifelong results, you need to become that person that has what you want first and be in that identity. And it is a process of constantly working on your mind to reframe your limiting beliefs and take that action that the future you would do. And if you are doing that daily, again, on a consistent basis, it does get easier and easier to just be that person naturally. The person who has lost the fat and has the body that you want they're not worrying about how long it's taking because they've already got it. In addition to that, they're more likely to see the progress that they are making and have made, because when you attach a timeline to things, it's so easy to get fixated on the fact that you're not there yet, or you feel like you should be doing better, you feel like you should see more fat loss already. When you take the time pressure off, it gives you that freedom to kind of focus on what is important, what you are doing right. And then when you do that, you are likely to be more consistent and to keep going for longer and to put in the work for longer, because it's a lot more motivating then to be focusing on what you're doing well. When you are worried about how long it's taking and feeling like you're not getting anywhere because you are worried about how long it's taking, because you have that timeline putting pressure on yourself, that's when you are more likely to kind of give up too soon, because you just think, what's the point? I can't do this. It's taking too long. I'm not doing enough. Like, that's not motivating. We always need to be working on our minds to create that better feeling thought and then have better feelings, because when we feel good, we're more likely to do things that are actually aligned with our goals. When we feel bad, we're more likely to not take those actions. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email, and I will see you in the next video.